Welcome to Ecstatic Yoga. I am Grace. I hope you're having a beautiful day wherever you are, whatever time of day it is for you. We're going to be practicing our week 9 of our yoga teacher training, Yin Asana, which is always so nice to be a more restorative yoga. We're on the floor. A nice way to start the week. And week 9 is such a beautiful week. We have the surrender, the Ishva Pradihana, with our philosophy in Vijnanamaya Kosha, with our body temple. And Vijnanamaya Kosha is our wisdom body, the intellect. Hello, Xander. Here comes the kitty. Hey, baby. It's also our 5 senses. And Vijnanamaya Kosha, this is, we're going deeper in our sheaths and more expanded out in our sheaths. So we were first worked out our Anamaya Kosha, the physical body, begins and ends on the physical body. And then our Pranamaya Kosha, which is the prana body, which begins inside of us, in our being, in our physical, inside our Anamaya Kosha, and expands out much further. And then our Manamaya Kosha, which was last week, and now we're on our Vijnanamaya Kosha. Manamaya Kosha is the lower mind, the emotions, the emotional body, and Vijnanamaya Kosha is the higher intellect and the 5 senses. And it's not that pure, fully expanded Anandamaya Kosha. We're in Vijnanamaya Kosha, so we're in the intellect. It's still an ever-changing aspect of ourselves. These 5 senses are always experiencing different things. The intellect is always experiencing different intellectual concepts. So this is a more expanded non-physical aspect of ourselves. It is deep inside, but this is not the absolute true self, the true divine unconditioned self, which we'll talk about next week with our Anandamaya Kosha. And it's also connected to dhyana and dharana. So dharana is our single point of focus. It helps us to calm the mind, calm those disturbances, those distractions of our mind, which we all deal with throughout the day, moving kind of back and forth between distraction and present moment awareness, and hoping that as time goes by, we're more and more present and less distracted. And so it's why we practice this meditation. So we're in the meditative week. This is meditation. Both the Vijnanamaya Kosha is connected to dharana and dhyana, but it's the 8 limbs, and this is the koshas and the sheaths, which is also with Ishva Pranidhana, is in our niyamas is surrender, that sense of surrender. So we're surrendering into meditation, into presence, into the wisdom and the intuition aspect of ourselves, this higher self, so to say. So let's begin. Sitting in a nice comfortable position and feeling those sits bones. And our focus this week is the third eye. So that is going to be our single point of focus, is our third eye. And also we're going to be bringing, that's our chakra, but we're also going to be bringing a focus to the present moment awareness of our senses, the 5 senses. So we're on the crown chakra, but we also want to take a focus of those 5 senses. So I'll be guiding you through both today. And as you just rest in breath awareness for a few breaths, allowing your mind to come to a slower and slower pace. All your awareness on the breath. And if you haven't already, dropping that breath down to the lower belly. As we breathe in, that relaxation response triggers our parasympathetic nervous system. And feeling that support of the Mother Earth, that ground underneath you. And let's move into the 3-part yogic breath. Inhaling into the belly, the ribs, and then the chest. Pausing at the top of the breath, you can engage those bandhas as well. And then let's exhale in reverse. Exhaling the chest, the ribs, and then the belly. And continuing on your own for a few more breaths. 3-part yogic breath, like a wave. And one more 3-part yogic breath. And scanning your body. We'll be taking some extra pauses today as we move into that Vijnanamaya Kosha, noticing the subtle sensations, subtle body, energy, this etheric aspect of ourselves. And just scanning and noticing where you're at today on all the different levels. And setting an intention for yourself. And releasing that intention with a this or better, this or better, this or better. Beautiful. Let's begin our practice. Let's just begin moving around, feeling that earth. Beautiful. Let's bring those feet together in our Baddha. You can flap those wings. And inhale, lengthening the spine. And you can bring the arms up if you like. Bring them back down to your Anjali Mudra or back down to your hands and hinging forward. And feel that sensation in the hips. Finding your gentle edge. And engage the bandhas and breathe. One deep breath here. And one more inhale, and on the exhale, we'll see if we can hinge a little bit deeper. When you're at your hinge, allowing the back to spine, the spine to round, and coming to a nice forward fold and breathe. Taking this moment to notice the senses. What do you hear? What do you smell? You feel any breeze on your skin? If your eyes are open, what do you see? Fully aware of the senses, present. And then your next inhale coming up. Beautiful job. Let's extend left leg out. Take this right leg, rest the sole of the right leg, inner thigh of the left. And we're going to move into a nice forward fold. So inhaling, you can inhale those arms up. And as you exhale, bring those hands to the heart to protect that lower back. Find your gentle hinge. Back leg muscles will let you know. And when you're there, take a nice deep breath. Engage that bandha. And on the exhale, let's hinge a little further. Just a tiny bit maybe. And then round the back. Moving into your forward fold as you go inward. And our focus is listening to the sounds. Smelling the smells. Feeling the air. Seeing what's in front of us. Allowing those five senses to be activated and fully present. And breathe. And on your next inhale, coming all the way. And over here, we're going to take this right leg up. I'm going to bring it to the outside of the left leg. Wrap that arm around. And we're going to move into our twist. So take that right hand and bring it behind the right buttocks. Inhaling, lengthening. And exhaling, twist. Gazing out over that right shoulder. Every inhale, lengthen. Every exhale, twist. And one more. Coming back to center. Micro twist the other side. And let's switch legs. Let's move into our single leg forward fold first. And we're going to inhale. Inhale those arms up. Bring it to the heart. Exhale, hinging forward. And find your gentle edge, taking one nice deep breath here. And seeing if you can hinge a little bit deeper in the hip and then rounding the spine. into your forefold. Flex and extend that foot a little massage. Always with great love. And resting your awareness on the five senses, fully present. The sights, the sounds, the smells, the tastes. And inhaling, coming up. And let's move into a little twist on this side. Bringing that left knee up. Taking that left leg to the outside right. And hugging that left leg in. Bringing the left hand right behind the left buttocks. Inhaling, lengthening. Exhaling, twisting to gaze out over the left shoulder. And one more breath. And coming back. Micro twist to the other side. And let's bring that legs out. And let's shake them out a little bit. Windshield wiper them. Relaxing those legs. Beautiful job. I'm going to come to my side because we're going to come down to the earth. Let's see if this is better. Does that look better? Yeah, lighting is better. Okay. And let's take a moment in Savasana pose, resting the body into the earth. Taking that pause, allowing the mind to rest in silent stillness as it simply focuses on the sounds. If you'd like to bring your awareness to that third eye, you can do that. That intuition, third eye is connected to this Vijnanamaya Kosha. Beautiful. Let's bring those knees up. Let's begin with a nice three-legged table. Lifting those hips up just halfway. Noticing the senses, smells. I can smell earth, the dirt. I can hear the birds. And coming down and going up and down a couple more times, just on your own pace, making any little spontaneous movements along the way. You're welcome to move into a little bit of a back bend or not, or to get a block or a cushion and move into a supported bridge. And finishing up on your last one and then coming down. And when you're all the way down, bringing the knees to the chest and releasing and relaxing that lower back. Beautiful job. And then bringing the feet back down. Enough. And we're going to move into a nice pigeon, supine pigeon. So I'm resting my right ankle just above my left knee, lifting the left leg out. I'm going to clasp my hands behind the left hamstring and gently pull that leg into my body. And engage the bandhas and breathe as you focus on that third eye and all the senses. So we bask in that Vijnanamaya Kosha. And move into that state of surrender. Let everything go but the present moment. And one more breath. Releasing down. We'll switch to the other side. The left ankle just above the right knee. Lift the right leg up, clasping the hands behind the right hamstring and gently pulling that leg into the body. And engage the bandhas and breathe. Focusing on that third eye, fully present to the five senses. Witnessing everything through your third eye, that Ajna chakra. And one more breath. Releasing the leg down. Beautiful job. And let's take that left leg out straight. And let's bring the right knee into the body. And so this left leg is going to be pressing down towards the earth while you gently pull the right leg in towards the body. And feeling those two simultaneous lines of energy. Engaging your bandhas and breathe. And noticing those five senses. What do you see? I'm lucky I get to see the sky, clouds, blue. And one more breath. And releasing that leg down and switching, bringing the left knee in. So you'll feel the right leg pressing down towards the earth and the left leg coming in towards your body. Noticing the senses, fully present to this moment. Being in that witness consciousness, just observing. And one more breath. Releasing that leg down. Both legs straight out, and we're going to have the palms down as we move into Matsyasana, or fish, bringing hand underneath the buttocks, snugging those elbows and arms close into the body and pressing into those elbows and forearms, lifting the chest And the head, let the head relax and gently come down to rest on the head. It's nice back bend in the upper thoracic, extension of the spine. And breathe. Engage those bodies if you can. Bring yourself into that present moment awareness of the five senses. Also focus on that third eye. Witnessing through the third eye. Physical senses. And on your next inhale, pressing into the elbows, lifting the chest and the head, straightening out the spine, and gently and slowly coming back to rest on the earth, releasing those hands under the buttocks, and let's bring the knees into the chest. Anytime we do a back bend extension, flexion of the spine is a nice counter pose for the body, the spine. And let's bring those legs up. Flex and extend the feet. Allowing those veins to have a little break, a little vacation. And imagine that waterfall of light flowing right off your feet, pouring down towards your face and your heart, and filling you with light and love. If you want to have shoulder stand, you can. You can just stay in this more yin inversion for the legs. And when you're ready, bringing yourself down, and those back out. Let's move into, I'm going to bend this right knee, and the right knee is up, right foot's on the earth. I'm going to move into, we're going to move into a nice supine spinal twist, knee down spinal twist. Let's come on to that left side just a little. Bring that right knee over to the left hand guiding it over, right hand out 90 degrees, and turning the head to gaze out over the right fingertips. And breathe. Noticing the five senses. Alert, aware. And one more breath. And releasing the leg. And let's move over to the other side. Right leg is straight out. My left knee is bent. Come over to that right side an inch. And bringing the left knee over to your right. Extending the left arm out and turning the head 90 degrees. Gaze out over those fingertips. Relax into the pose. Fully present to the five senses. Bask in that intuition, that wisdom. So I'm gonna, coming out of the pose, I'm gonna turn. Seeing low battery, so I have to turn the electricity on. Okay, so we are on our backs again, and let's take another little pause, basking in that Vijnanamaya Kosha. Resting, witnessing through your third eye, all this five senses stimulation present, fully engaged and alert. Beautiful. And let's bring those knees into the chest, rolling a little bit. Let's bring the feet together in a nice Baddha supine, Supta Baddha, and gently pull those feet into the body. And as you rest in this pose, move into that Vijnanamaya Kosha, that wisdom body. As you have your pure conscious awareness, gaze out through the third eye, you notice what's going on in those five senses, right here now. And let's bring those legs out nice and wide. Bring them in towards the body, maybe out a little wider. Find your gentle edge here. Engage the bandhas and breathe. If you need to use a strap, you can do that. And let's bend the knees. Feet are facing the sky. Hands are out, wrapped around the outside of the feet. Knees are nice and wide beyond the rib cage, and gently pulling the feet down, feeling that opening on the hips. Engage those bandhas. Bring in the prana and bring your awareness to the senses. And baby. Moving into happy baby. Whenever it feels right. Spontaneous movements with your legs. Enjoying the sensations. And coming back, we're going to have the knees up, and we're going to move into our releases and then our final savasana. Let's take a moment for another pause as we rest in that Vijnanamaya Kosha. Notice the subtle sensations in our body. Alert to the senses. Coming back. Let's move into our hula. Everything's flat on the earth. The hips are just swiveling. So my right hip's going down, my left is going up. And then I change it up. Swiveling of the hips. Noticing the sensations. Fully present in your body and in this moment. Wherever you may be. Keeping that breath flowing. Let's come back to center and let's move into hip pointers. So we're going to move hip, point one hip at a time, one butt cheek at a time is going to lift up. Nice little twist, gentle little twist in that lower back. Noticing the sensations. Present moment sensations. Keeping the breath and the prana moving. Coming back to center. We're going to move into some cat-cow, supine cat-cow. We'll start with our cat as you feel the small of the back press into the earth. And then your cow, going to feel the back arch up off the earth. Moving back and forth in your flexion and extension of the spine. Noticing sensation. Alert to the five senses. Witnessing through your third eye. And coming back to center. And then let's take those feet wider. Maybe out to the wide edges of your mat. If you're on your mat, the knees are up, and we move into single knee drop. Dropping one knee at a time into the center. Releasing those hips. Fully present to all the beautiful sensations that surround you. Sounds, smells, sights. Sense of touch. Taste. And one more time on each side. Beautiful sky tonight. And coming back to center. And we're going to drop both knees over to one side or the other, lifting that top knee, bringing it all the way over. Take a moment, a nice pause here in your Supta Baddha Konasana, another one. And then when that bottom leg feels ready, bringing it over to the other side. And continuing, again, lifting the top leg, bringing it over, taking a little rest. Baddha Konasana, pause, and lifting bottom leg. And find your pace. And one more time on each side. And this is our last pose, so any movements your body feels it needs to make, any stretches, bring those knees into the chest, rock back and forth, any kind of stretch the body feels it needs. And releasing down and finding your savasana, your relaxation pose. Find a pose that feels comfortable for you. Allowing the body to sink deeply into the earth. And bringing your awareness to the toes. All 10 toes. Bringing your awareness into your feet. Direct your awareness to the feet. And the ankles. And the calves and the shins. The lower leg. And the knees. And the upper leg. And the pelvis, hips, the whole pelvic area. And the belly and lower back. Relaxing and releasing. Deeper relaxation. Every cell and molecule of the body, every muscle releases, relaxes, and letting go. The upper back and the chest. And bringing your awareness to the collarbone, the shoulders, the wing bones. Bringing your awareness to both arms, upper, the elbows, the lower arm, both arms. And the wrists. Bringing your awareness to both hands, all the fingers. And bringing your awareness to the neck, the front and the back of the neck. And bringing your awareness to the face, the jaw, and removing it a little tiny. The ears and the ear canals as they move into the center of the brain. The mouth, the lips, the tongue. And the eyes, the eyeballs, and the optic nerve that moves into the center of the brain. And the entire cranium, entire head, skull. And bringing your awareness to your third eye, that point between your brows, as you rest in silent stillness. Taking a nice deep breath into the belly. Wiggling the fingers and the toes, stretching out the arms and the legs. And rolling over to one side or the other. Taking a breath here. And when you're ready, coming up to a seated position. And we're going to move into a little meditation, just honoring this Vijnanamaya Kosha. As we sit in stillness, full awareness as we are bringing awareness to the third eye, Noticing the five senses, the sounds, smells, the air on our skin. The eyes are open, the beautiful sights that we can gaze at, taste in our mouth. And if your mind wanders, just bring it back to those five senses. Fully present. And gently coming back. And take this moment to go inward. Bring yourself back to that intention. Checking in with yourself one more time. The inner being, deep wisdom body, Vijnanamaya Kosha. And we conclude with a namaste. I honor the place in you in which the entire universe dwells. I honor the place in you which is of love, light, truth, and peace. When you are in that place in you, and I am in that place in me, We are one. Namaste. Thank you so much for joining me. I am Grace with Ecstatic Yoga. Please go to ecstaticyoga.studio for more information on our yoga teacher trainings and retreats. Wishing you a most beautiful and blessed day.